So we are going to use the bisection method to solve a equation. The question is solve x cube minus 9x is equals to 0 for the root between x is equals to 2 and x is equals to 4 by the method of bisection. So what we are going to do is just let's write this equation freshly here. X cube minus 9x plus 1 is equals to 0. Now the interval we have given x is equals to 2 and x is equals to 4. So firstly we are going to calculate what is f of 2. It becomes 2 cube minus 9 2 plus 1. So 2 to the 4 to the 8 minus 9 to the 18 plus 1. If I do this, minus 10, it will become minus of 9. We will also calculate f of 4. It will become 4 cube minus 9 times 4 plus 1. 4 4 is 16, 4 is 64, 9 4 is 36 plus 1. 34 minus 36 plus 1, it becomes 29. So what we have find out till now is f2 is what? F2 is negative, f2 is negative and f4 is positive, which means it fulfills the condition. We can now apply our bisection method. So we know that the root is going to lie between 2 and 4 now. The root will be between 4 and 2 now. So if I make a line here, here is 2 and here I had 4. If I go to previous page again, f2 was negative, and so if we see here it was negative and here it was positive. Now if we calculated middle point, that will be our first approximation. So x1 will be what? It will be 2 plus 4 upon 2. It becomes 3. So now we need to calculate fx1. We are going to calculate. If we calculate fx1, it will be 3 cube minus 9 times 3 plus 1. What will be the value? It will be 1. So this will be 1. So if we see 1, this is positive now. This is positive and we need to go towards 0. This is 1. Somewhere between 2 and 4 we have got the 1 as the value. So let's say this is the x1. This is the x1 value we have got now. This one was positive. For fx1 we have got the positive value. Now we need to make this one towards 0. So if we want to make it towards 0, if I again find out between x1 and 4, it will give me some value between this interval, but we don't need it. We have to approach towards the 0. So the next value, it will be between 2 and x1. For the x2, this will be second approximation route. It will be between what? It will be x1 and between 2. Between 2, let's calculate x2. X2 will be 2 plus x1 upon 2, which will be 2 plus what is x1, 3 upon 2. It will become 5 by 2, that is 2.5. Now if we calculate fx2, it will be 2.5 cube minus 9, 2.5 plus 1. If I calculate this, two point five into 2.5 into 2.5. Yes, we can use calculators, guys. Minus 9. It will negative of 5.875.
Incoming call from shine.com identified by Truecaller.
Negative of 5.875. This is negative value. So between this we have got some value, that was x2. Here we have got x2 and it became negative now. Now what we need to do is, this is negative, this is positive. We have to approach towards 0. So the next route, it will be between x1 and x2. Let's try to find that out. Between x1 and x2. So my x3 will be between, what was it, x2 and x1. It will be between x2 and it will be between x1. So if I find out x3 is equals to x2 plus x1 by 2. So what was x1? X1 was 3 and x2 was 2.5. 3 plus 2.5 divided by 2, it becomes 5.5 divided by 2. I am using calculator. 5.5 divided by 2, it becomes 2.75. Now we need to calculate f of 2.75. It will become 2.75 cube minus 9 times 2.75 plus 1. 2.75 cube minus 9 times 2.75 plus 1. It became negative of 2.953. So this is what, this is x for x3. So if I go back to this again, we calculated x3 between here. This was the x3. Now this is again negative. We have to approach towards positive. So it in the x3 will we have calculated x3 now. So now we have to calculate the fourth approximation root. It will be between x1 and x3. Let's calculate it. So whatever x4 will be, it will be between x1 and x3. Between x1 and x3. Correct. Between x3 and x1, yes. So x4 is equals to x3 plus x1 upon 2. What is my x3? It is 2.75 plus what is my x1? X1 is 3. Three plus 2.75 divided by 2, it becomes 2.875. Let's calculate f of x4, which becomes f of 2.875. It will be 2.875 cube minus 9, 2.875 plus 1. 2.875 cube minus 2.875, it becomes negative of 1.11. This was the x4. This is still negative. x4. We have found x4. If you see here, it is x4. This green one is x4. This is x4. Now still it is negative. We have to approach towards 0. So the x4 will be between the x5, the fifth approximation. It will be between x1 and x4. Let's calculate it. So x5 will be between x4 and x1. Let's find out what is x4. x4 was a 2.875 and x1 was 3. X1 was 3 and it was 2.875. It become 2.937. Okay, now we need to calculate this. 2.937, it will be 2.937 cube minus 9 times 2.937 plus 1. We have got negative of 0.0985. So we have got something, we have started to get 0. If you want to go more bigger, so we can find the sixth approximation root also. So this is still negative. If you want to go to or find more zeros, we can calculate one more. We have got x5 now. So if we see x5, where is x5? Here is x5. Here is x5. So if we want to x6, it will be between x1 and x5. X6 will be between x1 and x5. X6 is equals to x1 plus x5 upon 2. X1 was 3, x5 is 2.937. This is upon 2 equals 3 plus 2.937 divided by 2, 2.968. We need to calculate f of f6. 2.968 cube minus 9 times 2.968 plus 1, it will be what? It became 0.433. So now this 0 is becoming positive and this 0 is becoming negative. So which both are 0, but which is more close to 0? I think this one is more close to 0. This one. This one is more close to 0. So this is our answer. Let's take this. So the root will be 2.937 and this is our answer.